Look at these logos. These are the 50 largest real estate developers in Dubai. But I don't know which one is the best from an investment point of view. This broker thinks it's
Alda.
this broker believes it's
Omnia.
and this gentleman is convinced it's
Imar.
Experts seem quite divided. So in this video I decided to share the top 8 developers you should consider investing in based on data, starting with the best for outperforming the market. This developer was founded in 2014 and their buildings almost always outperform growth of the area they're in, and that's because they do one thing very well. First, take a look at this chart showing the growth of their buildings in GVC. The blue bar representing the average apartment growth in GVC since 2022 is 29%, which is right in line with the rest of the market. But here's the growth of 6 buildings built by the same developer in GVC, and it's obvious that except for one, they all grew much faster than the area, at 42% on average. So the returns were 1.5 times higher than GVC's average. Have you figured out who I'm talking about? Here's one more hint. Their quality is widely recognized, their new launches are crazy popular, and what's interesting is that when other developers are letting them build in their closed master communities, this developer often beats their growth. Their project Wilton Park in Shoba Heartland grew by 57% in 1 year, and Wilton Terraces grew by 38%. At the same time, Shoba's buildings, and Shoba is the master developer of the area, grew by 32%. This developer is Ellington. Now they're developing projects in Silicon Oasis, Dubai South, Meydan, Dubai Islands, and in many other places. It's worth paying attention to their project in Dubai South. Look at the chart. It has the lowest price you could pay for Ellington quality throughout Dubai. If you're interested in Ellington's properties, you should be aware that it's often not easy to get a desired unit. Their projects are in extremely high demand. For example, when they were launching Cove on Dubai Islands, the number of people who expressed their interest and made a prepayment was around 3 times higher than the total number of units, and many investors failed to get the desired properties. But I'm proud to say that all of our clients secured great apartments. So if you're considering investing in Ellington's projects or any other high-potential real estate opportunities in Dubai, reach out to us. We support all of our clients end-to-end. First, we do the personalized property selection based on investment goals and restrictions. Second, we help you prioritize based on data and financial modeling. Third, we ensure you purchase the best unit possible. And fourth, we rent it out or sell it for you. Give us a call, send a WhatsApp message, scan the QR code, or click the link below the video to get a free consultation. But there is also another developer delivering amazing returns to their investors. They're the best for stable growth. This developer has been around since 1997. They are now one of the biggest names in Dubai real estate. They have a large complex business, but the core principle that drives their growth is surprisingly simple. I'll explain it in a moment, but first take a look at this chart. The blue bar is the average apartment price growth in Dubai, and these next 6 bars show the growth of each community built by this developer. They're all well known: Dubai Hills, Greek Harbor, Arabian Ranches 1 and 2, Beachfront, and South. Most of them have one thing in common. Most of them are growing much faster than the rest of the market. You probably know who I'm talking about. It's Imar. And as I mentioned, they use a simple formula to drive the growth of their master communities. I'll show you how. Say this area is a master community built by Imar. They announced their first building at around $550 per square foot. Then they release a second building, which is very similar to the first. But because the first one sold out, they can price the second building at $600 per square foot. And because the first building is just as good as the second, the prices in the first building rise too. Then they announce a third building at $650 per square foot, and a fourth at an even higher price. By the time the buyers in the first building resell, their unit has already appreciated by a lot. And that's how Imar's master communities rise in value much faster than the rest of the market. You might think that the same strategy would work in any master community in Dubai, but that's not the case. There are 3 reasons why Imar's communities appreciate faster than others. First, the richness of the community. Buyers need a good reason to pay a premium, so it needs to be exceptional. Areas like Dubai Hills have all kinds of cafes and restaurants, a huge mall within walking distance, a big park, strong schools, hospitals, golf courses, and many other things. That makes it ideal for all kinds of residents. Second, the size. Master communities don't work on a small scale. Imar builds on huge plots of land, so they can keep launching and increasing the prices over many years. Like in Dubai Hills again. The first launch was a decade ago, and there are still new buildings being released right now. But a smaller master community means there is only space for a few launches before it's full, and then the appreciation slows down. Third is their popularity. Emaar is the #1 developer in Dubai. And this means that their projects sell out fast. People will pay a large deposit to reserve a unit in their new project even before they got the idea of what the building will be about. No pictures, no brochures, just the information that Emaar is launching something new. So, your best strategy to maximize ROI with Emaar is to get into a new master community early. Now it's villa communities like Oasis and Grand Polo Club. And Emaar won't stop there and will launch many more. Now let's talk about another government-backed developer. They have many different accolades, but the main reason they're on this list today is because their properties are valued forever. The best developer for long-term investing. This developer has been building projects since 2003, and many years later their developments stay in high demand, relevant, and the value keeps increasing. One of the biggest reasons why is that they have the best spots, like here on Palm Jumeirah. Look at the area occupied by their buildings. They have direct road access, they are close to the mall, they have direct beach access, they have sea and skyline views. Plus, the water flows best in this area. Look at the price growth in one of the complexes here. It was completed in 2007, but even today, 18 years later, it stays relevant. Since 2022, it's grown twice as fast as the rest of the market. And this is another one. It was finished in 2009, but look how it grew recently. The demand never dies for them. But how could they secure spots like that? Well, they build these huge mega areas. They're behind communities like Palm Jumeirah, Jumeirah Islands, Dubai Islands, and Palm Jubail Ali. Of course, I'm talking about Nahil. Building iconic master communities is their core skill, but there is another developer that is equally impressive in this. And this developer is the best for investing in luxury waterfront properties. This developer is also government-backed, and they own some of the best land in the city, so they always get the prime waterfront spots. Let's look at their projects. Blue Waters Island. It's a man-made island next to GBR and Dubai Marina. It was built in 2018, and it has Ain Dubai, which is the world's biggest observation wheel, over 50 restaurants, and a private beach for residents at the Banyan Tree Hotel. On the graph you can see that since 2020, the prices have risen by crazy 181%. And this is not an accident. Another project this developer created is Jumeirah Bay Island. It's one of the most expensive places to live in Dubai. One villa even sold for almost $90 million. It's close to Dubai International Financial Center and contains the Bulgari Resort and Bulgari residences. Since 2020, the prices here have risen by 120%. And the developer behind these projects is called Miraz. They create really well-planned waterfront neighborhoods that are among the most desired in Dubai. And now their main project is Asora Bay. It's a very exclusive luxury community on the tip of La Mer. This is the closest waterfront spot to the FC, and now properties will be serviced. Among the units there are huge mansions with the largest plots in Dubai. Miraz is now focused on luxurious and ultra-luxurious communities only, but there is another private developer that successfully builds more affordable master communities at scale. This developer has been in real estate since 1992, but they also do many other things. They own Vox Cinemas, Carrefour in the Middle East, and develop buildings for premium hotel brands like Kempinski, Sheraton, Novotel, and Pullman. They also build famous malls like Mall of the Emirates in Dubai, Mall of Egypt, and Mall of Oman. Their main residential project in Dubai is Tilal Al Ghaf. It's a villa and townhouse community built around a large lagoon. Ilan was the first sub-community handed over in 2023. From the launch to handover, prices grew by 95%, and in the last 3 years they've grown by 107%. This developer is Majid Al Futtaim. Now they're building Ghaf Woods, a huge forest-like residential master community with 35,000 trees. Looks a bit like a Emaar approach. However, unlike large government developers, they offer much more flexible payment plans. While you pay 80% during construction for Emaar, Majid Al Futtaim is expected you to pay just 60%. So you have more leverage and can mortgage the substantial price share on handover. By the way, there is one more private developer that's actively growing in challenging positions of the old guard, the best new developer. They build modern, fully designed and furnished apartments at affordable prices. Their units are ready to move into immediately, and because they act as their own contractor, they build quickly too. So this has made them one of the most reliable choices in the mid-tier segment. Let's look at how their first ever project in Dubai performed. This was in Al Furjan, and it was delivered in 2022. The average one bedroom in this area rents for around $17,800 per year, but a one bedroom in this developer project rents for around $25,700. That's nearly 45% higher, and that gave investors a more than 10% rent to price ratio, twice the Dubai average. But that's not all. Here you can see how apartments in this building grew in value, 56% since the launch. Again, almost twice the Dubai average. Flash forward to 2025, and they have around 20 projects across Dubai, delivered or under construction. This developer is Imtiaz. They build in GVC, Dubai Land Residence Complex, in Meydan, Dubai Islands, and they're actively gaining the market share by delivering relatively affordable high ROI projects. This next developer is also privately owned, and there is one big thing that sets it apart from most others: the best developer for cashing out quickly. If your goal is to make money as fast as possible, you should get to know this developer. They've been around since 2008, and they're known for building fast, often in just 1.5 years after the launch. Let's look at the projects they delivered in 2024. All of them are built to this timeline. The chart on your screen shows that their value growth during construction was between 10 and 39%, which makes the average growth 24%. That's a great result for such a short time. And there is more than the price growth. The average rent to initial price ratio was 10.5%. That's way above the Dubai average and even the area average. The developer is Bengadi. The performance they're showing now is the result of consistent quality improvement while keeping the prices affordable. The construction timelines are really quick. That became possible because they're vertically integrated, meaning they do everything in-house, so they have full control over the building process. And the other reason is that they also start selling buildings when the construction has begun, which is different to many other developers who start building a year after the launch. Bengadi projects often have a strong rental potential. But now, let's discuss the best developer for renting out. This next developer is a lot smaller than some of the others, but every project they launch delivers exceptional rental yields. This graph shows you the average rent-to-price ratio for each apartment type in 6 of their buildings. You can see the ratio for studios, 1 bedrooms, and 2 bedrooms. And you can see that all the apartment types are generating good returns. So I'll make it a little simpler and show you the average rent-to-price ratio across all 6 of these developers' projects. It's not bad, but it's not crazy impressive either, right? So let's look at one more angle: the rent-to-initial price ratio. Now the numbers are looking fantastic. Investors get a 10 to 14.1% gross return on their investment every year. If we include operating expenses, then the net yield would be 1.5 to 2 percentage points lower. This developer is Iman. They've delivered 8 buildings since 2016, and it's hard to find this quality at such a low price anywhere else. There is a high standard in everything from lobbies and elevators down to tiny details like the tiles inside the apartments. And some of their projects experience huge growth as well, like Oxford 212 in GVC. Its price has almost doubled in 3 years. This list of 9 great developers is not collectively exhaustive. Actually, there are several exceptional developers that most investors and even many brokers don't know about. We keep these hidden gems for our clients, and if you're looking to invest, we'll help you select the developer that's best for your goals. Choosing the right developer is only a part of a successful investment. To avoid costly mistakes, check out the video about the 9 red flags to watch out for when investing in Dubai real estate.